If we'd like to add an image, that's easily done. Notice here at this point in the Files panel, which shows me my site folder as well as any files I've created. Here's my index file that I'm working on. And now I've added an image called website.jpg. And if I have an image there, that's very easy to work with. If I want to, I could just drag it over to my desktop. And that brings up what are called the image tag accessibility attributes. The alternate text, I can enter something that indicates what the image is just in case my browser has trouble finding the file. Long description would be the address of a page that has a more detailed description of what the image used is. Most people don't use it, and the people who do use it usually use it wrong, so we're just going to leave that blank for right now. And now I've got my image. This is the actual size of the image. So if that turns out to be too big, I can just resize it there. And just size it to match the size of the box that I'd like to put it in. And it's always good to remember, and this is something you see all over the web as far as people forgetting this, if you resize an image, it's going to distort the image in order to fit within the size of box that you're putting it in. So if you have a picture of someone's face, for example, sometimes they end up with very wide cheeks or a very tall forehead if you're not careful about resizing. Another way to add an image is to add the image element. I'm going to delete that image right there. Notice how it hasn't removed it from my site. It's just only removed it from this particular page layout. I'm going to go up to the Insert tab, and I'm going to choose Common. And we can see here that we have images. So I can say I want to add an image. And here's an image file in my project folder. So I can say that I want to choose that one, and that brings up the same dialog box. And that will place it just the same way for me. I'm going to delete that again just so I can show one other option available. Often in a professional setting, you will have images that are being created, let's say, by another department. You know you're going to have an image for the page, but you don't necessarily have the image file yet. And one of the things you can do is open up this menu and say, I want to put an image placeholder in place. And I can say that this is going to be my website image. And I can specify its length and height and the alternate text right there. And that puts an empty image element. And what I can do there is I can resize the image placeholder so that it fits in the box that I need. And then when I need to actually declare what image file I'm using, I can go down here to the Property Inspector after selecting the image placeholder, and I can find this field called Source, SRC, and if I have the image file right here, I can choose this target icon and drag a line straight over to the image, and it will put it in there for me. And that way I can design the page around what I need and always add the image later. And that goes for any other type of visual content, such as a flash movie or a video or anything like that. That can all be done in a similar way.